Hello, John Bloodworth Gentleman Crafter here with a brand new series of card sketches. This time around you also have the option to play along or craft along if you would like to. Basically each week I'm going to put a new card sketch layout on my blog, and then you can download it, print it off if you need to, and then use it to create a card yourself, and then come post it in a Facebook group if you would like to. Basically, I will also include a picture of what I've made as well, so you can build them into a little library of card sketch ideas as well, so you can call on them in the future if you want to. Now, basically the videos themselves will take the form they did last year, so slightly sped up with a bit of a voiceover, me just randomly waffling basically. So let's crack on with the first one. So let's kick this off by showing you what I will be using. I'm using VersaFine ink, an assortment of dies, one of the stamps from Visible Image, and these papers, which are from a pad by First Edition called Forever Free. I've also got some coloured cardstock. So that it has a chance to dry, I'm going to stamp out the sentiment first, and it's this one. It says, "After all this time, it's still you." Oh. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it sounds nice. I mean, it could be the fact that you're leaving the cupboard doors open in the kitchen. After all this time, it's still you. Or it could mean, after all this time, it's still you that I love. Either way, it works. Okay, so that's stamped out. I've put that to one side to dry, and I'm going to chop my card down to 6 by 8. Because I'm making a 6 by 4 card, or 4 by 6, whichever you want to call it. And then using my little mini scoring board from Couture Creations to score at the 4-inch mark to give myself that 6 by 4 fold. Just making sure the crease is nice and tight. Now for some chopping of papers. I need a couple of 1-inch strips. All of these dimensions, by the way, as per last year, are in a free download that you can get from my blog, gentlemancrafter.com. Big difference this time round is that it comes on a printable PDF sheet along with the card, or a picture of the card that I'm making in this video as well. So you'll have a permanent reference, and they'll be available in A4 and US letter sizes, so whichever print system you use, you should be able to print them off and put them in the appropriate binder. So just gluing the strips down is the next job, and I'm using my gridded ruler, as I have previously done, to stick this down. The glue is the Glue It bookbinding glue from Pinflair. Any bookbinding glue would work though, or a quick tack glue, basically low moisture PVA. That way it doesn't buckle your card and it dries nice and quick. Now I did offset this slightly from what was on the original layout, so don't panic that it's not exactly the same. The point of the layouts really are a starting or a serving suggestion. You can adapt and change if you want to. And now that you've got those printable sheets, you can make notes about how you've changed them. Okay, so that's the 2 strips down. Now that's where the circle bit's going to go, which is what I stamped out the sentiment for. So I'm going to position the die on that piece of card and then stick it in place with some low tack tape. Well, actually in this case it's washi tape, so kind of the same thing. You can use whatever you've got available though. That just goes through the die cutting machine, and I've die cut and formed some of these flowers as well. And I also need to cut some foliage. Please excuse me if I sound a bit windy. I've just had some lovely buffalo style cauliflower. So it's a buffalo wings style flavour, but with cauliflower. Trying some meat-free alternatives this year. Not really to save the planet or anything else, other than, I don't know, I just thought it might be a good idea to see if it affects my health. Which isn't bad, by the way. Anyway, that's enough about me. Back to the die cutting. And we've got those pieces of foliage available now. So I'm just going to stick those in place with tiny dabs of glue. Didn't need to glue the whole thing, just enough to keep them in place, because there's going to be other bits that go on top as well. Now again, reaching for some pin flare glue, this time the glue gel. So it's a dimensional glue that sets without spreading, basically. It's like a silicone glue but with no smell. I'm sure you know this already. I'm using that to position those spiral roses just in the bottom corner. And I could have got away with 2, but I chose to use 3, just because I could. Don't forget, by the way, this year, 2022, I have also launched a Facebook group where you can share the cards that you make using these. So do look out for the links either in the description below the video or on the accompanying blog posts. Now, just a couple of decorative pins there to finish off, and I think I'm pretty much done. Just have clear the decks, swipe everything away. There we go. Okay, so there is card sketch layout number 1. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you get notified about new videos in the future. And of course, do come over to the blog, gentlemancrafter.com, where you can download the free card sketch layout. And of course, find lots of other things that I've been up to over the last 7 years, I think. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hopefully see you again next time.